Cool. So hello, everyone. Actually, it's a really cool event because 1 year ago, on this particular stage, I was encouraging our customers to try unified commerce, to try unify different touch points, unify different experience, and try it in multiple verticals, also in B2C and B2B. And look what we have now. We have two digital champions in their niche. We have B2C marketplace with focus on unifying experience and B2B marketplace with focus on unifying experience that currently are on stage, and they are ready to share their secrets and insights with all of us. So today I am happy to introduce Fernanda, Global Head of Marketplace. Here she is representing ZF. Unfortunately, she was not able to come physically, but we have her here. And just to give you a little bit of context, ZF, it's a B2B marketplace that focuses on the connection between the different ecosystems, focused on three key components. The seamless service appointment booking process between vehicle owners and workshops, support owners of the vehicles, workshops, part manufacturers to come together, and today's star, focus on today's discussion, marketplace, as a part marketplace, and currently Fernanda joined us. Thank you for joining, and can you share with us what is the role of ZF and what is the biggest takes on unified commerce that you see right now?
Hello, Andrew. Hello, Panos. Hello, everyone. I'm sad that I cannot be with you on stage face to face, but at least technology gives us the opportunity to be online, and I can share a bit our journey with this project. So when we talk about automotive aftermarket, and when we look at the scenario, we see a lot of fragmentation. And this is exactly why we started this journey, why we decided to develop the marketplace. So imagine the relation between distributors, industry, retailers, workshops, from the service booking through parts purchasing and communication. We see a lot of disconnection, a lot of different systems, and there is a lot of inefficiency, delays, inconsistency. Specifically, when we look at the parts purchasing from the workshops, imagine that for each vehicle that the mechanic is serving, they send messages or they call for 5 to 10 different suppliers. So it's a very difficult and to compare prices in real time. There are a lot of lack of transparency. It's not agile. So looking for that, we developed ZF Pro Parts. Together, Spryker and Divai, we created this ecosystem where we organized different catalogs. So today we have more than 500,000 offers. We connect since the distributor to the workshops, and the objective is to create this integration in a very intelligent way. And when we give the workshops the possibility to find easily the right part, because just to give you one number for you, imagine how difficult it is. In the offline world in South America, 11% of all the parts purchased return to the retailer or the distributor because it was wrongly identified. So today, with ZF Pro Parts, this number is less than 1.5%. So we improved a lot the way the mechanics are identifying their parts. When we give them the possibility to compare prices in real time, we are also giving them power to decide to take better decisions and also faster decisions, right? So we are improving operational efficiency in the workshops. It also improves the relation between the end consumer and the workshops. And when we look at the industries, distributors, and workshops, we are creating this collaborative ecosystem.
Oh, wonderful. So basically, you are saying that the biggest friction in B2B environment was actually these multiple silos that need to be connected. And that
Yes.
resonates a lot with a whole unified commerce journey and unifying experience. Can you give us some examples how you want to achieve this and already achieved on a certain market, like high quality unified experience by connecting them together?
Yes, for example, today it's possible for a workshop to find looking the license plate of the vehicle, so they can easily type the license plate, and then they have all the offers from many different suppliers, and they can see real time the prices, the delivery time, and they can order in one order with one payment from different suppliers if the availability demands to have these different sources. So the amount of time that they are winning with this new process is amazing, and we have very good feedback from our customers.
And based on this feedback, I heard that you're actually expanding. So main pilot was in Latam, and now can you share some secrets where you will go next?
No, that's why I'm in Barcelona now, because we started this project in Brazil. It was the pilot, but now the plan of ZF is to also launch this in other regions, like in EMEA, APEC, and North America, and also in Europe. So we'll have for the next months new countries with the ZF marketplace.
Awesome. Looking forward for your expansion and looking forward for the dev on these markets. With that one, let me say thank you very much for joining us in this remote session, and great success for next steps on unifying user experience for the B2B.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
See you, Fernanda. And now turning to the B2C marketplaces, and I want to introduce Panas, like Chief Technology Officer of the Shopflix. Panas, can you give us a context? What is the Shopflix? I know that it's a very young marketplace, only like 3 years old, but already second largest in Greece.
You said everything. Let me first begin thanking you for having us and having me as a speaker. I was here before in 2023 as a plain observer. Very happy that we are successful enough to be here as a speaker. So what Shopflix is? Shopflix is a marketplace, a Greek marketplace, very young marketplace created 3 years ago. And through all these years, we've grown to be a marketplace with millions of products and hundreds of merchants. My role there as a CEO, a CTO, is to make sure that our tech stack and our product roadmap is scaling efficient without any disruptions to the customers or to the merchants.
Mm-hmm. So you have product roadmap, you have very complex technology, you have fast-growing marketplace. We unpacked with Fernanda that the biggest friction in B2B was to take the silos out and have unified experience between different parties that are in a sales channel or fulfillment channel. What are the biggest frictions that you see in B2C market?
Well, in B2C, it's not that different. I mean that what we have the customer that needs to buy something, right? What's unified for us as in commerce is that We provide him with all the journey, the way to search, to be able to find whatever can cover his needs easily, be able to put in his cart, buy it, providing him with numerous ways of payment options or shipping delivery. And until the actual delivery happens, the logistics, he only has to use only one partner, us. So everything is integrated into one custom experience, one journey. He only sees Shopflix.
So you have 2,500 merchants around.
Yeah.
So you're hiding all of them behind the curtain under the one brand of Shopflix.
Yeah.
So
to do that, actually, it's very complicated, right? But the customer does not care about the complexity. He doesn't care about what's happening under the scene. What actually is happening is that we have created a custom product information manager that has taken all the offerings from all the merchants and the products and publishing to a single format, so the customer will be able to search easily with a standard structure. And this is where Spryker mattered a lot because it helped us with its API-first approach and allowed us to make integrations very easy, without a lot of friction.
So basically, it's like modular approach in the nutshell. But can you unpack a little bit this tech stack, like how you enable unified journey of your customers with technologies that you're combining together?
Yeah. Well, everything is about integrations. So Spryker architecture allowed us to, using some connectors that has already in place, allowed us to create easily integrations with all the options for the payment options, the logistics that are very complex under the hood, right? It's not an easy option, an easy implementation. But using Spryker's API-first, modular, and composable architecture, we're able to achieve that in a very little time, actually. Our implementation took approximately 1 year, right?
1 year for such results. Yeah. That's huge. But basically, it's a best-of-breed approach with golden rule of best-of-breed. Like take the best, compose it together, and then provide value to your customer.
Exactly. What Spryker gives you a lot of stuff, right? It's an ecosystem. If you have the ability and know what to replace, if you know to do something better, it allows you to do it. It doesn't bind you. And this is the perfect combination for us because we didn't use its front end. We created our own because we thought that we can do it better. Also, we used our own product formation manager, which is much better. We kept Spryker for what we thought it can do better than anyone else, probably. It's have a solid ground for the commerce platform.
And you're saying that picking pieces that you can do better and providing it to your customers, that's a key customer value. Last day on the third event, we were discussing about hyper-personalization, about what you can provide to your customer. And if you know, or if you want to know like what customer would do, you need to have a lot of data. Like what is the data place in the unifying experience?
I'm going to say something new no one has heard before, AI. So data is everything, exactly. You can do a lot of stuff if you have data. You can do nothing without data. So the first rule and the first thing that you have to do is begin to putting them somewhere, right? You have to find out what data do you need, and then how you're going to use it. What can you do with data? You can do personalization, of course. You can start from the plain personalization that you can do using plain recommendations based on product bundles, which is the absolute basic that you can do. Or you can do something more efficient that will probably give much more value to the customer, like understanding his persona, being able to understand his behavior, and actually understanding his needs. I'll give you a plain example here. Let's say that someone orders diapers for kids from 0 to 2 months, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he going to need, after 2 months, to buy larger diapers? He will.
Probably, yeah.
So why not recommend it to him? Because what are we trying to achieve? we are trying to give people his time back. So we want to make the whole journey as simple as possible, so he can go out and do whatever he likes. Don't bind him in searching, finding what's the best price, if the merchant is cool. Want to provide him all this information, so he will have all the time that he needs.
Providing maximum value with minimum time, that's kind of also golden rule of commerce. And where do you see the commerce overall will go in the future? Like, what kind of future trends you envision?
Of course, AI. Second time that you mention it, but it is, right? It's something that can do actually good. If you have data, and you do have data as a marketplace, we do, you know that you can do a lot of stuff. It takes time, but you can create a whole ecosystem around it, giving value to the customer, right? The other thing is, I think that the offline and online mode is going to blur a little bit more. I mean that the customer he wants a single experience, no matter the medium, if it's tablet, mobile phone, or a desktop PC. He wants to be able to use it without thinking how to use it. So this is a critical part, to be able to identify how to implement something without changing the actual journey that he's a customer with, but actually using the medium. And the third one, I think that logistics is going to be a huge differentiator. Being able to have, I don't know, green deliveries or fast deliveries, or I don't know, whatever, this is going to be critical.
So maybe let's unpack those topics. I especially interested in the second one, because when you are saying that you can dive deeper in the different customer journeys to implement the experience that will satisfy a customer, like what kind of experience you envision for like first step? Like basic upsells and cross-sells capabilities with AI, or something different?
You can do the basic upscale cross-sale, but as I mentioned before, for us, we want to give value to the customer, right? So time for us is critical. We want to give value as much as possible back to the client, not to sell as much as we can.
And how are you achieving it? Can you give us like some examples, like what you're doing now with your products, with your merchants?
Currently, we have integrated it with our custom PIM, as I said, that takes all the product offers from the merchants and structures it in a specific order and structured data, so we are able to provide a unified experience for all of that journey.
And what do you think the main customer value? Is it the cheapest product, or it's the like most popular product? Like how you differentiate?
That's a very interesting question. So we tried a lot of paths, right? And we like to experiment with things. First, we started having as the recommended option for the marketplace the cheapest one. It works in some categories, in some others, maybe it doesn't. You know, categories have different behavior. You can behave differently in the fashion category or in the electronics category. It's not the same for the customer. He wants to be able to search for them in a different manner. And not only search, but provide him the option for it. So even though in some categories you provide as the recommended the cheapest one, in some other categories we have created an algorithm. So we provide him with the most trusted seller or the fastest one, depending how our perspective about the customer wants to experience the journey for each category.
And in terms of integrations, so Fernanda mentioned that they have like single payment method. Yeah, I think that in B2C it's slightly different. So you already said that you have multiple payments method integrations. Those variety of options, are they a baseline for modern marketplaces, or it's additional like customer values that you provide?
No, it's additional, and this is where everything matters, right? You show to the client that you actually care. You give him as much options as possible, even though if some options are not as much as profitable as others. But you don't care about the actual money. You care about providing him options.
Putting customer first.
Yeah.
Oh. So it really resonates with the value propositions that we have. And to summarize it, I have maybe tricky question for you. We talk that customer value is the key place of B2C marketplace. But marketplace, it's not only customers. So you have thousands of merchants. So they also have their own stakeholders. You have fulfillment centers. And everything that hides behind the discovery and delivery, that's physical work that need to be done. How you manage this kind of complexity?
What we have done is have fixed two different journeys. One is for the customer and one is for the merchant. So both of them see only one journey. But we internally as teams, we are broken down. So we have all milestones or set points of interruption during this journey. We all see as a team the journey, but we know when to interrupt at.
Okay. And let's imagine I'm a merchant. And for some reason I am not updating price on your marketplace. What would happen with me?
Yeah, this is a problem. And what we do there, we are proactive, using mechanisms that allows us to monitor his offerings. We are able to provide information to our growth team, so they are able to communicate with the merchant using different ways, depending the way that the merchant prefers, to solve the problem. That's the first step, right?
So basically, you have some kind of monitoring on the whole merchant journey then?
You have to. You have 2,500 merchants and grow every day. So.
And how many merchants you are onboarding every day?
I don't have the actual numbers, but they are growing.
They're growing. Yeah, that's excellent. Then one more question from my side, and after that we can open the Q&A from the audience. From the logistic and data connectivity point of view, what was the most critical piece that ensuring consistency across the whole journey, from discovering the program to the very end of the delivery of the product to the end customer?
What was the most critical?
Most critical part, only one particular piece that not solves the 90% of the problem, but significant amount.
Integration.
Integrations.
Yeah.
One
so, like we said before, composability and being API first gives you a lot of options. If you know how to handle it, being able to use adapters, just plain adapters, to create an implementation for that, it's the alpha and the omega.
So you are having the flexible platform that allows you to integrate multiple other vendors and third-party systems actually was the key piece of creation of unifying journey. Thank you very much for sharing. We are open for some questions. We can have one or two from the audience.
Thank you. So as I could see, it's a customer buy box wherein when I see a product, I get multiple options from the seller. Is that correct? I can decide from which seller I want to buy?
You mean that in
different
this page
prices?
Yeah. This is because we have the recommended price. What you see here is what we call the buy button.
Yeah, buy box.
Okay. So if you click on it, you go in the page where all the offers are.
So my question is on that. Where that intelligence lies, on what basis we are showing the one first price, which is not hidden, the open one, that is visible to the customer. There must be some intelligence behind it, be it the cheapest price or the lot of inventory or closest to the customer. How do you decide that? And does this piece sits in the Spryker?
This doesn't exist. It's implemented by us, and it's an algorithm that it's per category specific, because you cannot handle all categories the same. Some categories, it's perfect to pick the cheapest one. In some others, it doesn't. So it makes sense to be different. We do have the algorithm implemented, but it behaves differently depending on the category that you are searching.
Sure. And the last question is about commission for these sellers. are you managing the commission within Spryker, or again, it's something that you built apart from Spryker? I mean,
Again, we kept Spryker to do what does best, and we implemented that using our own billing system.
all right, thank you.
Thank you for the question. If no one else has a question, I have one. Yeah? Like last one to wrap up the conversation. So we already talked about prices a little bit. I know there's a challenge there, but what about behavior? If I'm ordering, I don't know, the refrigerator, yeah, and I want to get it delivered for myself, and I'm ordering only those kind of stuff from your marketplace, would I see and would I get different behavior of the marketplace for me as an end user compared to someone who is ordering only watch?
Yes, we do have different delivery options, of course. We have delivery options for heavy items like refrigerator, and our team, and having integrated the logistics flow everywhere, they know that they have to deliver something which is heavy, and they'll be proactive and call the client to discuss how he will get it delivered. Because if you stay in an apartment, which is the third floor, and the refrigerator is huge and cannot fit in somewhere, they will bring heavy machinery to put it there.
But also, would I get some kind of services from you as well, or should I like find them?
Not yet, but very soon.
So, but that's something that is planned to have
Yes.
also like end-to-end journey for using the product. So
That's how marketplaces will end anyway. You need to have integrated services all over, product-specific, or probably also user-specific. That's how you're going to handle the marketplace.
Great. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Panos.
Thank you.